We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Real Valladolid. Barcelona were able to defeat Valladolid 7-0. This game was entertaining, it was exciting. Barcelona had order, they had demand, they had aggressiveness, they had intensity, they had everything in this game. And this is exactly, my friends, what we have expected under Hansi Flick's football. It's only going to grow from here. Barcelona is only going to get better. The chemistry between these group of players is going to strengthen. We're still only 4 games into this league season. Also keep in mind, Barcelona still do not have Araujo, Gavi, Frenkie, and Ansu Fati. 4 players that I believe will have their players revived. Because let me tell you, if Ferran Torres can get a goal against Valladolid, for sure players like Ansu Fati, Frenkie, and Gavi will come in fully firing. I have not been this happy about a Barcelona match since like the Luis Enrique days back in 2015, 16, and 17. This is a Barcelona that when they do get attacked, they immediately like to counterattack, immediately like to react to whatever's going on in terms of the intensity or the tensions that is going on in the game. The amount of times we saw Valladolid try to score against Barcelona, this team reacted as fast as possible to get to the other side of the pitch, and I love that. I love that. And I'm pretty sure that there is a stat out there that is probably going to say that Barcelona, you know, the last time that they won 7-0 was like back in 2016 or 17. It has been a very long time. This really did remind me of the MSN days when we saw everybody scoring, when we saw the attack get the majority of the focus in terms of goals, and other players like Kubarsi and Koundé, right, to other defenders, get into the mix on scoring goals or providing assists. So in this match, we have Raphinha, who scored 3 goals, had 1 assist, in my opinion was the MVP of this game. Dani Olmo also came in with a goal, right? The unregistered Dani Olmo has more goals than Kylian Mbappe. Lewandowski also came out with 1 goal and provided 1 assist. Lamine Yamal with 2 assists, Kubarsi with 1 assist, and Jules Koundé with a goal. So to me, in my opinion, everybody showed up, but Raphinha has to be the one that needs to be focused on for today, because Raphinha, not too long ago, about a few months ago, many were saying Raphinha should be sold. The media were saying also that Barcelona received offers of upwards to 85 to 90 million euros for the player. Barcelona could have taken that money. They could have sold Raphinha to Saudi Arabia, but Raphinha denied it. And he said, no, I am okay. Yes, I know that this offer is going to help Barcelona, but I want to stay here because I have goals. I want to prove myself why I should have continuity at Barcelona. And he is proving that for sure. Hansi Flick was also a coach that came into this club and said, I'm blocking this move as well. I'm going to be saying the exact same thing of Raphinha. I do not want him to go anywhere because I have plans for him. And man, let me tell you, is there actual plans for Raphinha? Raphinha is probably right now the best Brazilian player in La Liga, within a league that contains Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Hendrick. Also keep in mind that when Raphinha first came into Barcelona, he was not the most technical. He was seen as a player that many did call a shame to Brazilian football because he did not have the style, the goals, the technique that was required for you to be considered as a Brazilian player, which was crazy to me at that time when people were talking so much smack about the players, and especially Raphinha. Fast forward 2 years later, Raphinha is probably the best player, like I've said, the best Brazilian player in the league. And so the only thing that I do have to say about the overall performance for Barcelona is this, right? I just gotta clap it up. I know this sounds a little sus, but I just have to clap it up for Barcelona for bringing in the Barcelona that we know, right? The Barcelona that we have been waiting since 2016 and 15, in that era. Yes, we have had some moments of brilliance in the past 7 years, but this Barcelona team is different. It is much different. It is dynamic. It is versatile. Everybody looks hungry. They were not settled for a 3-0 win in the first 45 minutes. Barcelona wanted more, and that is why they were able to score 4 goals in the second half. I mean, like, again, when was the last time we put a game this early away? This is just insanity. And so Raphinha also stated, I'm very happy because it's the first hat-trick of my career. I'm very confident and we are in a very good shape. The result says a lot about the moment that we are in. Also, I would like to point out, Hansi Flick also stated that when he first came in, he wanted to reinstill the winning culture, right? Have more of a positive dynamic in this club, and we see that, right? We see that within the players, and not just with the players, but also with the fans. The fans were cheering. They were cheering for Hansi. They were cheering for Kubarsi. They were cheering for Raphinha, Lamine Yamal. They were loud. It almost sounded like a full, compact packed Camp Nou stadium. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys exactly what happened in this match and also give my inputs on certain plays that Barcelona did. So this is how we started, right? We had Cubarsí, Inigo Martinez, Balde, and Koundé at the back, with our double pivot being Casado and Pedri, right? Because remember, Bernal is injured. He's out for the whole year. So the only two players that we had available to be in the double pivot position was Pedri and Casado. Eric Garcia was benched, and he did come in later. Then we saw Lamine Yamal on the right wing position, Dani Olmo as the number 10, Raphinha on the left wing position, and Lewandowski as the striker. And this was basically our formation and our shape in the beginning of the game. As you can see here, we had like two center backs at the back. We can see Raphinha going in central, Dani Olmo also going in central. We had the two double pivots of Pedri and Casado, and Balde far out on the left flank with Lewandowski at the top of this whole formation. So it was like a 2-2-5-1 or something like that. It was a very attacking Barcelona. So later in the game, we saw Dani Olmo hit the post, which was like the first post of many. Lamine Yamal was able to find Lewandowski with the header. Lewandowski headers the ball. The ball ends up going to Dani Olmo, and then Dani Olmo could not get the ball behind the net. And as you can see here, Barcelona were having fun. Barcelona were very structured down the middle. We saw a backheel pass from Olmo, giving it to Pedri. Pedri was running with the ball. You can see that this was a very consistent thing that was going on in the game. We also saw another backheel pass of Pedri, giving a backheel pass to Lewandowski, right? This quick one-touch plays through the middle has really been practiced and has been taught by Hansi, something that is brand new to this new season. And then we saw Raphinha taking shots from outside the box. Dani Olmo tried to go for the rebound, but once again, the ball could not go behind the net. But Barcelona were creating chances. So the game felt very intense. The game felt like we were going to win this game with a huge margin. And then we saw, fast forward, on the 20th minute, Cubarsí making an amazing through pass over the whole defense straight to Raphinha. Raphinha receives the ball with his chest. He controls it amazingly and calmly, and then puts the ball into the back of the net and making it 1-0, right? There was so much composure between those two players. Cubarsí, I don't know what to tell you, right? Like at the age of 17 years old, to make a pass like this over the whole defense, just finding that pass that no one saw, it's world class. A couple of minutes later, on the 24th minute, we saw Lamine Yamal receive the ball with the whole defense in front of him. But yet again, he does something very similar to as of Cubarsí. Lamine Yamal finds a pass over the whole defense. Lewandowski receives the ball and puts the ball behind the net and making it 2-0. Who would have guessed it? Our two most youngest players provided the first two goals with amazing passes, all under the age of 17 years old, by the way. Fast forward a few minutes later, once again, Dani Olmo hits the post. He was really looking for that goal, and at that point, he hit the post twice. But we all knew deep down that Dani Olmo was going to get his goal, and I really wanted Olmo to get his first goal at the Montjuïc Stadium. Koundé made it 3-0 before the second half did start, shooting the ball into the top right corner. I do want to give my flowers to Koundé because Koundé once again showcased why he is the best right back in the world, with 46 out of 50 passes completed through the full game, 66 touches, 2 touches in the opposition's box, 9 passes into the final third, 4 defensive actions, and 2 recoveries. To me, Koundé is understanding his role, and he showed it in the first half for sure. And the reason why we are starting to see Lamine Yamal get better and better, it is because he does trust for Koundé to have his back in case he ever does lose the ball. Lamine Yamal plays much more vertical, I would say. He does not go as central as he used to before, and he speeds up the play by a lot because once again, it has been demanded by Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick knows that Lamine Yamal has the capability to run more vertically, just go straight to the box with the ball and take down players. It is okay. Koundé has everything under wraps. Koundé is the reason why we are much more effective on the right flank. He gives that balance. Whenever he needs to become a central defender, he does that. When he needs to break inside to open direct passing lanes with Lamine, he does that. When he needs to make outside runs, right, overlapping runs, when Lamine Yamal goes inside and plays central, he does that. Everything is well timed from Jules Koundé, and he topped it all off with a goal, fully deserved. So to wrap up the halftime, right, with Barcelona winning 3-0, we see a Barcelona that is hungry for goals. They wanted to close out the match before the second half even started, and that does tell us a lot about their current mentality. This is Hansi Flick's football. There is no mercy that is given from these players. Raphinha, I would also say, is on the form of his life. He scored 1 goal in the first half. He likes to run a lot centrally to receive the ball in space. He's always threatening. Lamine Yamal, like I've said, he has been given the license to run straight into the box with the ball. He had 1 assist, created 2 chances, which was the most, won the most tackles, which was the most, won the most duels with a total of 5. It was a brilliant first half for Lamine. As for Dani Olmo, he's a great supporter for all players around him. He's a one-touch play expert. He fastens the play through the middle, and this is the reason why Barcelona have been playing much more centrally, is because Dani Olmo is an expert on getting the ball into the box. And here is going to be a picture for reference, so you guys can see exactly how many times Barcelona were attacking through the middle, through the right flank, and through the left flank. Also, because of the assist of Lamine Yamal, he is the first Barcelona player to register goals and assists in 4 consecutive opening La Liga games since Lionel Messi back in the 2014-2015 season. So going on to the second half, I also want to point out another another thing. I am so happy that Lewandowski found his role. I do see a Lewandowski that's much more fit, much more dynamic. He is much more supported by the players around him. Last season, every time Lewandowski received the ball in the middle of the pitch, he did not have any support. Players like Gundogan, Pedri, Frankie, at that time, Lamine Yamal, did not know what to do to support Lewandowski, and that is why we saw Lewandowski constantly lose the ball as if he was trying to play Sergio Busquets' position. But in this season, the difference is every time he does receive the ball, there's a lot of players that surround him always asking for the ball and saying, hey, you have me as an outlet, don't worry, just pass it to me, everything will be fine. Raphinha goes in and out. Dani Olmo and Pedri, like I've said, are great supporting players. It does not even look like at this point that Lewandowski is 36 years old. He looks way more effective, and as you can see on the heat map, there's a lot of red and yellow just outside the box because once again, he was combining well with the players. Moving on towards the 54th minute, and this is going to be exactly what I have been talking about since the beginning of this video. When I say that Barcelona know how to react, they know how to react. Very similar to the version that we saw under Luis Enrique. There was something that did happen on the 54th minute. We saw Pedri misplace a pass off of a corner. Valladolid receives the ball, they have possession, they go on the counter. Valladolid looked like they were about to score, but then Alejandro Balde comes in last minute, wins the ball, and immediately passes the ball back to Pedri. Pedri takes the ball forward, makes a long pass to Raphinha, and just within a span of 3 to 4 seconds, Raphinha has the ball just outside the right side of the box, already in a goal scoring position. Raphinha passes the ball to Lamine Yamal. He's in the position to score, but then finds Dani Olmo inside the box, but only for Dani Olmo to miss the goal scoring chance. As you can see here, he was very close. I think that he needed much more calmness and composure in front of the goalkeeper, but this was much more than just Dani Olmo missing this opportunity. It was a reaction of Barcelona, angry with the fact that they have lost the ball. I love that. It's a team that knows how to pound you, right? You guys hear this? I know it sounds a little sus, but they know how to pound you every freaking time they find the opportunity. 2 minutes later, we saw Lamine Yamal make a back heel pass to Lewandowski, very similar to what Pedri did to Lewandowski or Olmo did to Pedri, but then once again Lewandowski hits the post, which was like the third time by this point. On the 60th minute, we saw some changes. Fermin Lopez came in for Pedri, Ero Garcia came in for Casado, Sergi Dominguez came in for Kubarsi, just to give some rotation. Moving on towards the 64th minute, Raphinha gets the goal with a bunch of rebounds that happened inside the box. It was very awkward, I would say, but I think that with Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal being inside the box, it overwhelmed Valladolid. They suffocated the players. Lewandowski made an amazing unintentional pass to Raphinha. Raphinha finds the ball and just puts the ball behind the net with ease. And then came the 5th goal, which was Lamine Yamal bringing on the assist, taking on multiple players. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you see through these frames here, you can see that Lamine Yamal was just waiting with the ball, dribbling through multiple players, just waiting for the clear pass to Dani Olmo. He was always waiting for a better and better option. There was other players around him that he could have passed it to, but he waited for Dani Olmo's run. And here's the thing, it could have been him because he was the most open player. So I'm like, okay, great, just pass it to Olmo, let him get his goal. But Lamine Yamal continued to wait for better options. Very calm, once again, very composed, playing his own game. He did not give a damn about what was going on behind him or in front of him, and then calmly passes the ball straight to Raphinha. Raphinha finds the ball through the middle and scores the goal, getting his hat-trick. And then on the 82nd minute, we saw Dani Olmo finally get his goal, right? The unregistered Dani Olmo, the player that everybody loved to mock, is contributing to FC Barcelona, and it's one of the best goal scorers in the league so far. And he was really looking for that goal because the amount of times that he missed or hit the post, I'm like, dude, Olmo has to get the goal, please. Like, if we're gonna end up winning this game 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, please let Dani Olmo be one of those players. And so he finally got it, and then he was substituted out for Pablo Torre. And as you can see there, the reactions from the Barcelona staff and the players, they were so happy to see Dani Olmo get the goal. It also just show us, right, that the environment and the culture of Barcelona is very positive, very healthy, which is exactly what Hansi Flick wanted when he first got appointed. It's amazing. I love it. Everything about Barcelona is giving me positive vibes. And then lastly, to top it all off, we saw Ferran Torres get his goal, with Raphinha getting the assist, making a cross into the box. And the moment Barcelona won, or were winning 7-0, on the 85th minute, as you can see here on the reaction of Hansi Flick does not give a damn. He does not care at all. He's like, okay, 7-0, like we could have done more. We could have won 8-0, 9-0. The job is not finished. I mean, of course the job is not finished, right? Because we're very early in the season. Barcelona, like I've said in the beginning of this video, the chemistry can be strengthened. The players can get better. We have still yet to have our core group of players, and Hansi Flick, again, just does not care. This is the exact same reaction he had when he was winning Barcelona 8-2 or like 6-2 or 6-1 or something like that back in 2020. I'm like, this is my manager. This is the only manager that always looks for perfection. He's never satisfied. And I'm pretty sure this is a reflection, my friends, of how the players do feel when they're winning 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. They want more. They're not satisfied. They're hungry. The winning culture is back, baby. And so that is it. I'm going to be making more videos about this game later in a couple of days just to fully dissect what this Barcelona team has become. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Enjoy this win. We go out to the international break with positive feelings, and hopefully these players can come back healthy and not injured. I pray, right? I hope everything does end up going well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.